Okay, so today in class, we have increased our equations a little bit. Now we're up to the level 2. All right, two-step equations or two-steppers for fun. Okay, so again, when we say two-steppers, then that means we're going to have two operations that we have to deal with. All right, two operations. And remember our rules that we established in class today. Number 1, to solve these equations, we want to be doing the inverse. Okay, so what that tells us is we're doing things in reverse, which means we should be dealing with our addition and subtraction signs first, and multiplication and division should be at the end. All right, so we should be adding and subtracting as our first step, multiplying and dividing at the second. Okay, so if we look at a couple of these, we might have something like 3k plus 16 equals 94. All right, our job is to solve this equation for k. Basically, figure out what the missing piece is. What is k? We always want to be doing the inverse. So we see a plus sign here. So that plus sign tells us that we are going to have to subtract somewhere along the line. And then our second operation is back here. We have a times sign. And again, that times sign is telling us that we're going to have to divide somewhere along the line. So now we know what our two steps are going to be. Okay, fall back on what we talked about in class today. Subtraction comes first. So our like terms, all right, 16 and 94. We always want to move away from the variable. So we're going to bring the 16 over here and we're going to subtract. Apply our rule to both sides. Bring down my equal sign. We get 78. Over here we still have 3k. So that took care of our subtraction sign. Our second step, we said we're going to have to use division. Okay, so again we want to move our numbers division. Apply your rule to both sides of your equation. Again, carrying that equal sign in a nice straight line makes things nice and easy. All we have left in front now is our k. 78 divided by 3 is 26. K equals 26. Solved it. Okay, so again, looks a lot like what we've been doing, except for now we're just doubling up the number of steps. And we should finish exactly as all of our other equations did. Variable equals our missing value. Now, in class today, we also looked at inequalities. All right, so we could have, well, we'll just keep it simple here. 100 is less than or equal to 3p minus 12. So right off the bat, we should see here, hey, we got some simplifying to do. We got some cleanup to do. So we want to go ahead, use our distributive property to clean up, get rid of these parentheses. 3 times p is a 3p. 3 times 12 leaves us with 36. And again, if you need clarification, we got a minus sign. So we're going to have an addition step. We have another times sign here. So again, we're going to have another division step. So those are the two steps in our two steppers that we want to do here. Okay, addition comes first. Our like terms would be 136. So again, 100 to here, or we got to bring the 36 over, move away from the variable, away from the letter. We want to move the number, so we're going to bring the 36 over here. We want to add. Apply that rule to both sides. Add 36 to both sides. 100 plus 36, inequality symbol. 36's cancel each other out. We're left with a 3p. Established that our second step would be to divide, move our numbers away from the variable. So I'm going to divide by 3, apply that rule to both sides, bring down my symbol. 136 divided by 3 is a 45.3 repeating. Okay. 45.3 repeating is less than or equal to All right. Inequality symbols require graphs to go along with. Whatever value we come up with, that's what we're going to place as our middle number. 45.2, 45.4. We want to label the next number on each side. P can be equal to 45.3, so we want to shade that in. All right, 45.3 is less than 0.4. So we want to shade to 0.4. Okay, again, sometimes reading this out loud to ourselves helps us figure out which direction we can shade. Or you have two choices. So let's choose one. Again, if I put the 45.4 into my little inequality, 45.3 is less than 45.4. That is a true statement, so that's the way we want to shade. Make sure you show all your steps tonight. Again, if you have any questions, bring them to class tomorrow. Have a good night.